Alright peeps, welcome back to Upaheight, episode 42. In the last episode we completely ruined this river that we have going on. Now we have all of these tunnels and power lines and stuff blocking it across the entire length of the actual river here, even down here. You can see we have some bloody things blocking it. Now we aren't flooding it all, so that is good, you know, no floods whatsoever. Don't worry about these. They're just insisting on being on the ground even if they do come tumbling down. First thing I'm going to do this episode, whip out a bit of landscaping, find the highest points here, and just level the land about. A little bit like that. Now, can we make this bit of motorway a tunnel and then have land over the tippity top of it? Oh, let's whip out anarchy for that, lad. I mean, somewhat. It's better than it was, at least. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Because, I mean, as well, like the old cut, it looks a bit messed up since I deepened it, but this new cut is just an absolute state. We've got the water level down here. It doesn't really need to be this deep now, does it? So we are going to sort that out. I want this new cut looking pretty, which is going to be quite the achievement if we get there. Because this is quite fugly at the moment, to say the very least. So the way we're going to go on fixing that, while we're picking our points here and leveling this side of the river, I'm also going to come straight across and do a similar level here. Well, the same level actually, all the way across this side. And that is going to continue all the way up. So let's do a little bit of a speedy up montage, and then I'll go ahead and catch you when I'm done, eh? Right, I think that's all the levels set. We do have a mild dip here. We'll have a little deep point, where you can see how the water level is significantly higher after the fact than it will be before the fact. You can even see it plunging up there as well. Now we don't have any marker lines up here, but I do want to make this shallower up here. So let's just take this mark from here, bring it up to here. We're at least thankfully still underwater at this point. And let's say, are we happy with that level, or do we want to bring it up slightly? So let's bring this level over to the edge so we can get a gauge. I want to come up to this thick black line here. It looks like it's only about bloody 10-20 meters higher anyway. And then we'll go now out to the edge, see if we meet up nicely with a thick black line. We do. Now this is going to be the level for this bit of the bottom of the dam here, as well as fixing up the back of the dam that I accidentally nipped into a few times. Alright, now that level looks a lot more reasonable now, doesn't it, to begin this stream down. And then it is downhill to there, so it should keep going down and down and down, all the way to the bottom of the map. Now if you watched the first time I changed the depth of this river here, you know how it's done. Let's get our 250 brush out. We're going to right click the top here, set our level, and then we're going to come down to our first level and connect them together with a lovely smooth slope. And I'm going to do a new level for this particular one here, so let's do that. There we go, and I think that looks like a decent little slope. We'll do a little bit of smoothing here and there, you see, between there and these little daft gaps here. We'll get those fixed. But this particular bit is all about smoothing the river. So let's do that. Let's bloody smooth this river out all the way to the bottom. Both rivers. It's gonna be grand. And essentially, fingers crossed this doesn't cause any mass flooding. Raising this bloody water up so much. We might get a bit of flooding to begin with, but hopefully it just rushes off stream. There we have it. We have the new river depth, which is a little bit too high in some places. We need to sort that out. Anywhere else it's a bit too high? Oh, it's a bit bloody high here, but this is the level it was. I believe it was always a risky little floody area, this, if you remember from the earlier episodes. This was always flooding. Under the Grand Bridge, we're looking alright. We're looking alright. How are this new cut here? Oh, I need to do this bit of the river. That's right. We'll get to that in a second. This bit was always a bit shallow, but I think that's about right. We're looking good. We're looking good. As we cut down this huge new section of the river here, we're looking alright. I think this is plenty of depth. Let's have a look down here, see if we have any more roundabout tune shenanigans going on. Now, the river base, it does come up quite close to this road here as it goes downhill, but we still got a little bit of a gan, so that's alright. And then as we go down, it's just Canyonville, so we're sweet. Alright, so we need to sort out this little bit of roundabout tune here, which is lower than the rest. So let's say we level the terrain from here, and we just gone all the way up here until we're it's nice and safe. Right, so I chose to stop there because that's about where it starts coming up and, you know, really getting to the lower end of roundabout tune here. I also brought this bit of the river out where we have it schnicking up because that's just from my overzealous cutting of the river. So if we come back out with the slowed terrain tool, and we say we keep the high point around about there, we start from here, and we do the slope. Now, how does that end up looking? Are we over top? Are we right? Now we're over top again, aren't we? Yeah. Let me just quickly re-level this. Right, so whereabouts on here would I be happy keeping the level? I'll say here, I think this is a decent little level. Let's bring this up. And I think if we come up to this black line here and have a new level. So now what I want to do, right click here on the slope. Left click somewhere about here. Slope this bad lad out. Do the same here. Off, I'm just going to come down to this black line here on the top of the slope. And then we're going to come out. We're going to do a quick steep rise up. And hopefully that's a little bit behind the hill that we have going on. Let's just quickly smoothen that little ramp out. As well as this little ramp here. Right, how we're looking now. I think I'm happy with that. We might have some water flying around the side, but as long as we've got the key walls up, we should be alright. And yeah, the depth looks alright down there. So, these big spiky boys here were purely because of the old flood walls. Can I jump in with the Alberta bulldozer and bulldoze these by any chance? I just want to bulldoze these particular buildings. I believe that's a no. So we'll just leave them for now. Hopefully they despawn in time. Hopefully anyway. At least these flooded ones will respawn and all these pockmarks will come back. Ooh, what's going... Oh, I was like, what's going on here? This is the actual island. Oh, I forgot about that. Can I sink these rail lines and make them tunnels by any chance? Yes, but it didn't actually bring the land back up with it. Actually, I could. Let me unelevate these two roads here. And just to be safe, I'll unelevate these lanes as well. As well as this whole estate here that's no longer needing to be elevated. Right, so we'll come fix the rail later, but that should be that all sealed up there on that island. I did say I was going to come smooth this out. So let's do that. And I need to upgrade this to tunnel as well. Tunnel! Oh no, damn, not elevator. Tunnel! There we go, tunnel time. Oh, that's right, I need to do this now, I need to do this. Right, so now that's all sorted and ready to be resumed. But first, I need to get a little bloody vantage point, don't I? Oh, you know what we could do? How would Constellation Apartments fare? Oh, I think the Constellation Apartments will prove to be a perfect vantage point to watch the new river flow. Where's the water, actually? I was expecting the water to just, like, pop up out of the ground, but it doesn't look like it. So does that mean I can just get rid of all that floodwater by the uni by just bringing the land up? And just absolutely saturating the dot that's there? I could definitely see that being a thing, like. We'll have to test it out after this little bit of time-lapse action here. So what I might do actually just to speed things up. Sorry about this of the time-lapse. I'm going to put the speed up to 8, and hopefully that'll just make the world run a little bit quicker. I'll tell you what, I'm really curious to see how this goes, like. We've got a really shallow river. Well, I think the depth of the river is about what it was, like stock. And it was quite a nice little depth that, you know, flowed nice and quick. You know, you could play it risky by getting the roads close to the river and that. Maybe flooding, maybe not. And it put a whole new meaning to that riverfront property, you know? So I think by the time we get to this bit of dialogue and this sped up footage, it will already have happened. But the anticipation waiting for this water to come behind that mountain there is absolutely killing me. It's been a couple of minutes and I haven't seen any water. I suppose we are starting again, aren't we? Like completely starting afresh with the whole water river system. So my main concerns with flooding are that strip near where the quay is, the footpath quay in Upaheight, and that bit of farm / riverside road that goes across in proper Upaheight. They're quite low, but like I said at the time, they were quite low anyway, stock. And then the lower part of Roundabout Toon, because we did lower the ground quite a bit there, so it does flow, so there is enough room for water, but there is a very steep hill just before it gets to the lower part of Roundabout Toon. So you might end up having to put that little extra channel in anyway. Hopefully not though, we'll see. We'll see. My plan with this is to get the water level as high and close to the roads and things as possible on the whole map. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know, narrow the rivers a bit, because I know I've widened them quite a bit during all of these river changes and stuff. So I will be coming in, narrowing rivers, creating mad little islands, putting quay walls up and things. Like some of the motorway will be quays, some of it will be bridges. But I am keen, like, I'm absolutely keen. Well, it's been close to 10 minutes. It looks like I'm going to have to just leave this game running for a couple of hours. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Leave you with some chill bippity bops. And I'll catch back with you when this river's probably flooded half the bloody city. Anyway, I'll be back. Alright peeps, I'm back in the room. I came in with my eyes closed. I kinda wish I had a camera because it probably was funny watching me stumble about, get everything sorted, ready to open my eyes and see if I'm flooded. I'm not really that flooded, am I? We're flooding a bit, but not too much. Let's go to speed 1 so I can get some frames back. And let's check out our bloody new river system! Alright, so we're filling up the old uni here. We're definitely working with a higher general water level than we had before. We've fully flooded the chestnut about. After all my efforts to not flood the chestnut about. It even still has some of the bloody flood walls up here. But not enough of them apparently. Not enough. And yeah, we flooded all the way down here. Even past the park, which was the outline. Now the big hill saved the farm, which is grand. Oh, we're flooding a bit up here as well at Upaheight. This is the first time Upaheight's properly been flooded. Oh no! How I flooded the bloody crematorium again. Oh, it hasn't destroyed yet, but it's bloody water damage. Right, what do we need to do about this? Oh, we flooded our this side now. I was going to think about diverting some more water into this river, but we need to sort this out now. Oh, we're flooding the uni estate now. Right, so we're just backing up in general now, right. You know what? Let's have a look at the water flow. What are we doing? Right. So we can probably stop this bit of flooding here by getting more of the water to just go straight down instead of across there. Which I think we can do with a little bit of clever terraforming here. So let's bring the brush size down. We'll say to 100 here. I want to pick this level. And if you notice the water, the river is sort of going like this. So I'm just going to bring this out a bit, just to help it along, you know. And then if I go slope terrain, right click this is me level up here. Start down here, and I'm just going to bring this little bit around, just like that. Obviously I'm going to want to come out and smooth this just a wee bit. Well, I'll tell you what I might do. I might get a little spit on the gun. Let's say we pick this level here, and we just got a nice tidy, autosave, and we just got a nice tidy little spit of land. Just do it like that. Why, aye, that should help a fair bit. Hopefully, anyway. Well, it should, genuinely, like, the water fluid should work. Let's just resume this for now while I talk about the next little phase, which is popping a path on here, on the end of the spit. Gotta do a teeny little roundabout. Oh, please let me do a teeny little pedestrian about. Oh, yes, I love me a teeny little pedestrian about, like. I'm gonna have to go snapping off so I can come off on the middle here. And we're just kind of bringing it around here. I'm just looking, we've actually got a dodgy bit of terraforming going on. We need to sort that out. Let's quickly do that. Right, so now the land's looking a lot better there. I do think we need to bring it out a bit though. I think it used to come out a little bit more than that. But I want to quickly get this path connected before I bloody forget about it. There we go. Now we've got a reason for the spit being there, you know. And let's check our water fluid dynamics bloody flow going on here. You can see our arrows are much smaller. The river's now flowing down there, which should help a lot with all of this. You know what as well? I've got this wastewater treatment plant here because it's where the poop chutes used to be. And then I had to build 2 more wastewater treatment plants because the garbage piled up on them and started running at 50% efficiency. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete the whole bloody thing here. And look how much more river we've got. Look at all of that river we've got now. We've got all the water slurping up all of that new volume. I do want to bring this out to more of its original shape though. Or at least more to a love heart shape, which is how it was originally. There we go, and I am happy with that. We'll let the water flow. Stop spiking, even though we are only on speed 1. It is chugging along here, trying its very best. So let's have a look. We've got flooding down in proper Upaheight here. This was where we were worrying about the water level because it was, well, the river bed level rather, because it is just a couple of meters below there. I was thinking it was a bit low. So what underground obstacles do we have? Just these utility pipes here. We're going to get rid of them. Especially considering I've got a redundant bloody lecky cable going now. Where does it start getting really steep here? There it is. That's the spot. So if we get this little sandy spot. Oh, there is an obstruction there. I might just make this bloody obstruction go away as well. Underground lecky. Get deleted. Alright, so we've got high voltage power lines here. This is where we're going to select our first. That's where our low point's going to be. Our next underground obstacle are these high voltage power lines, funnily enough. So that's where our high point's going to be. And we should have a much nicer, more gradual smoothing down there. So let's pick our high point here. Go and do into our low point. And smooth it all out. And then for the other side of this little love heart island here, I'm going to say that this is the high level. And we're just going to start from here and just make a little smoothing ramp out to there. And then smooth it out. So that should help with the flooding both in Upaheight here and proper Upaheight. We go on doing? Are we flooding the roundabout 2 and slowest part? We're not. Hey, it looks like our mad maths paid off. Oh, but I did something. Oh, I did something. Is that because I deleted the thing? Because water facility overloaded. Okay. So we actually do need some more of this. Got knocking about. What are we actually down on? Both of them, but water significantly more than sewage. Oh, we got this water over here, didn't we? That are totally blocked up. That might be doing something with our lack of water supply, like. Let's pick a high point under the bridge. And then we're just going to bring this bit of the river a bit more to its more natural smoothing, that it back to its more natural bend that it had previously. I'm going to delete these bad lads as well. And I'm going to use the move it mod to put Chestnut Lane back where it was. Now I'm just going to delete Cedar Lane there. Going to redraw it. Oh, crashed. I hadn't saved for quite some time. Oh, everything's looking too crispy. I think I'm in 4K. Oh yeah, I'm at like 3 FPS. I am 100% in 4K. There I am. Oh, no. We can't be having that. The laptop will die. Back to 1080p. And we're back in the game. Alright, let's see if I can just delete Chestnut Lane without crashing the game. Happy days. Right. Now, let's bring this back to where it used to be. Right, well, that's all the terrain sorted out. I'm happy enough for that. Let's get the bloody gravel road back in. And then we can go ahead and replace our foul water pumping stations here. Make sure we reconnect into the main road here. And I mean, we didn't have one of these before, but we may as well have a little lecky connection going along here, you know what I mean? Connecting them up a little bit, even though we got one right there. Oh, bloody hell, that comes up a bit, doesn't it there? And then replace them with fancy new ones. Right, so we should have enough water, if not else. We just need to maybe flush away some more shites. There we go. Water's sorted, and I might just leave the sewage. Oh no, I was looking at water trade. Hang on, why are we importing water? We're producing more than we're... Why are we? What? Alright, looks like we're having a game of follow the line. Where's this water going? We've got a first split. It's gone both ways. Lovely. So is there no water connection? Did I, like, delete it or something? Oh, hang on. Is there... No, there's no water under the bridge. Lovely. Well, just in case, let me put some water underneath here. In case that area over there is somehow completely disconnected. Now, what's that water gonna do? Oh, lovely. Look, we've got water flowing this way now. So if we come back to this little joint here. I'm gonna zoom out to remember where I am. This little joint here. What's the water doing? The water's getting back out. So that means we should be exporting. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we're exporting now. Yeah, exporting water but not sewage for some reason. But we should be exporting sewage. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, yeah. So there actually was no water supply going between these different areas here. We have the water supply coming from Upaheight going over to the Mountain City. But the proper Upaheight district was relying on imports. I guess that's what happens when you start severing loads of pipelines willy-nilly, innit? Let's do another little connection here. Oh, I didn't even check. How is the water level? Oh, yeah. So we've got a decent little bit of depth now for the water to flow down in. It just needs to actually get down there. You know what? Maybe we can mimic that. Let's right-click this level here. Go across the river. Level it here. And then the next level was up here, wasn't it? Yeah, between these two here. So we'll right-click this level. We'll just go across the river. We'll level it out there. Just there or thereabouts, and we'll pick that new level as our high point. Bring our brush all the way up to 400. Start from this low point and slope it all up. Okay, and that should have deepened this bit of the river, which will hopefully let more water flow out and stop flooding our bloody motorway here. I think a canny little indicator. Oh no, the big parking building's collapsed. Oh no, good. I was gonna say the good indicator would be this side regarding the water level, but nah. We don't have a big landmark, so it isn't as good as a landmark. Oh, what's that? A fire truck in there? Oh no, it's just all the vehicles slowly collapsing, falling down. You know what? Let's watch these vehicles fall for a bit. It'll also give the river a chance to sort itself out. Alright, I think that's long enough for that. Let's have a look how we're doing here. Pretty much the same, maybe better, maybe worse. I did have a think while I was watching that. I was thinking we might be able to get this old smoothing terrain out here. And say, you know, we right click this level here to be the top. But we go to this old new level here and we just go full smooth here, and hopefully that lowers it just a tad. Maybe it gets the water to divert more into this river and get down. I didn't have slope terrain on. Alright, let's do that again. Well, hopefully that entices more of the water to can do on that side, even though I don't know, is it? I think it does go uphill a little bit here. Yeah, it looks like that's a slight uphill there, doesn't it? Tell you what we need to do. We need to bloody smoothen this island back out a bit, like. So we didn't have these big gullies along the side of it. So is the flooding getting any better here? Let's have a look. I mean, this is still saying it's got water damage, but does it just need to be fixed? It's just now no longer has water damage. Okay, perfect. I was going to say, because the water does look like it's lower, so it should be a bit better. So we're waiting for a disaster response unit set, and then I should be able to rebuild it. That'll be handy to get rebuilt. It does look like the water level is coming down, which is good. It is what we need it to be doing. Oh, the Pernu Bridge is underwater again! Not again! You know what? Let's have a little whiz through the Pernu Bridge here. Oh, we're not loud. Any particular reason why not? I was allowed last time. Why am I not allowed this time? I want to go under the bridge. I mean, it was from this side last time, so... Oh, no, okay. The water level is a bit higher than it was last time I was allowed under this bridge, but it... No. Oh, I'm under! I'm allowed under! I'm continuously scrolling down. Let's quickly whiz through the Pernu Bridge, or at least as long... Look at that truck on the left there! Can't across the Harewood Bridge. But I was going to say, as long as the game will let us, let's bloody go straight under this bridge, yeah. Whoa, wait, whoa, that was kind of, oh, I was just about to celebrate saying it let us gone through the entire bridge. That car gone underwater. Gone across the Harewood Bridge there. It is only mildly flooded. Like, in real life, there'd definitely be people, like, both walking. Actually, no. No. This, in real life, this water here would wash any person or vehicle that tried to cross this bridge away if this bridge itself was still bloody standing. What a beaut, though. I absolutely love this city, even if it is mostly flooded, or at least has been mostly flooded for the past couple of episodes. Anyway, let's go back up. I'm not worried about that traffic that we're not worrying about over there. Let's check our water flow again. You see, we are having some water sneak through, but it's nowhere near as much. And since we deleted that water treatment plant there, any water from this river should be coming straight down. And by this river, I mean the only river. Oh yeah, you can definitely... Oh, look at how much I've just broken the river there. I will fix this. I will have a big terraforming episode in the future. We'll restore all of this nonsense. Oh, this is still happening. That's right. So all of that flooding's happening whilst we're filling up this little uni reservoir here. Unintentional uni reservoir. So let's go. From the dam, we're pushing out the sides mostly. And then we're going out. I think the majority of the water's taken the left fork here. We've still got some going around the right and following the natural course there. Actually, the natural course is this left track. This bit on the right here is extra that I added. But then you can see we have a lot of water speed up and start going down the side. And most of that water that speeds up and goes down the side ends up going down the actual proper Upaheight side of the river instead of the Upaheight side of the river here. I may narrow this cut through just to limit the amount of water coming through. But wow, yeah, we're flowing just fine here. Of course, we're going faster as the river tightens here, and I need to redo the terraforming here as well. So we'll be going even faster. We'll flow through the roundabout tune like now's a matter. I've got me couple of islands, which is increasing speed. Oh, we haven't even made it down the bottom yet. All of that, and we hadn't even the river hasn't even finished. So the initial part of the river, I think, is like just joined right now, like not very long ago. And the new cut hasn't even finished bloody getting down here yet. So the flooding hasn't even settled. Or the water level hasn't settled. Hopefully the flooding continues to abate. Oh, we're flooding up here. New flooding. Why we're flooding up here? When and why did this happen? Or is the water just gone a bit off? Yees. It's yees on this lower bit of road here. Right. Me zoning here. I'll help you along with your removal of your buildings. And I just want to grab this level and bring the land out like that. You know, it looks like you two are going to lose your zoning as well. No zoning for yees. Oh, but I want zoning for yees though. So let me use the marquee tool so you can have your zoning. But yees get bulldozed. There we go. We should stop flooding the bloody industrial estate there now. Any more little gaps or low flying? Ooh, look at this. Oh, it's not an industry, that's why. I was like, this is a bloody standard industry building, isn't it? Hey, good old Clemmy Chemicals, does that say? Helmy Chemicals, fair enough. Have we got disaster response unit here? No, okay. And yeah, most of Upaheight here is protected by its natural hill. Even though it's not much of a steep hill, it's enough.
And then we've got this doing the cover.
And then we got doing the riverside of Upaheight, which is just flooded, which is fine. I'm not too fussed about that. Remember when the water level was overtopping the top of the Grand Bridge here, man? We're doing a lot better than those days, if naught else. That's how much the second river's helped. Now, before I forget, I want to narrow this. Restrict some of the water that's flowing down here. So let's get this level, bring it out to the park, and then get this level here, and just bring it out again. Ah, well, that's a nice narrower bit of river there. I imagine the river flow will be speeding up somewhat, but hopefully we get less water overall going down this side of the river here. Oh, we're flooding down here. We're flooding the lower part of Roundabout Town. That is not good. That is not good. Although thankfully I have a very clever idea about how to fix that. The only issue is that's going to have to wait till the next episode. I'm terrible. But I'll be seeing you next week, peeps.